We are now moving into week 6 and we'll begin a new unit, Unit 2, Keeping Children Safe. Some of this stuff from the last chapter was sort of hard to read. It kind of gets under your skin when you're reading about scabies and lice and that type of thing. So we're going to move into environments this week. You're going to know how to identify a high quality environment. You'll notice that there's part of the chapter is about helping parents identify a high quality environment. Because you guys are all educated in the field of early childhood education, this is sort of second nature to you in some ways, but a lot of parents really don't know what to look for in a high quality environment. So it's good that there are organizations out there trying to get that information to parents so that they can be more informed about what to look for. You'll also learn a little bit about how licensure and certifications work. Note that they are different in every state, so you would need to look up the specifics in Arizona. And actually, Department of Health is the one that certifies group homes and in-home care facilities. And there are different accrediting organizations that will look at centers. But you would need to go through Department of Health if you wanted to open a center in your home, and then there are more steps if you want to become a DES certified home care provider. So it gets pretty complicated and sticky, but at least you'll have a good overview in this chapter about what you might expect. And then if you have any questions, let me know. I am not a certification specialist. I know kind of the bare bones of it, but I can definitely get you more information or at least give you some resources that would help you if you're interested in learning more. You'll also learn about how teachers' educational preparation affects children's development, knowing what they should be able to do, knowing their zone of proximal development, knowing what's normal and maybe what's not so normal, knowing what red flags there are, how to recommend parents get help or seek other alternative assessments from psychologists. Those types of things are part of why you're an early childhood professional. I mean, there's a lot going on in the first 5 years of life, and even beyond that, certainly early childhood is considered birth to grade 3. So up to grade 3, we need to be able to diagnose learning disabilities, reading disabilities. Those types of things are within our realm of responsibility. Then lastly, in this chapter, one of the outcomes is that you are able to describe 10 ways to make children's indoor and outdoor environments safe. And the sad part is that sometimes we don't realize things are unsafe until someone gets hurt. So being more proactive, having those checklists, I think you'll probably learn more than 10 ways. In fact, you'll be using checklists to look at an indoor environment, which you'll post the results of in the discussion board area. And you'll also have a checklist looking at the outdoor environment. It can be at a public playground or at a center playground, whatever is most convenient for you, but just getting a feel for what an appropriate environment should look like. So I look forward to reading those, both of which are due October 5th, along with the chapter quiz for this week, and I'll be checking back in again with you next week after the due date. I hope you all have a great rest of your week, and I'll talk to you soon.